the shit that I'm fucking sick of. Let me tell you this. First of all, let me apologize because my computer's fan is right next to the microphone. I'm not buying a microphone for this. Too much student debt, and frankly, there's a shushing sound I can't get rid of. So I'm going to play around with the settings a little bit, and I hope that we can get something more accommodating for you guys. But if you've joined me today, hi, my name is Sam. My screen name is Columbia, so get used to it. Good coffee there. And today we're going to talk about MGTOWs. Not MGTOWs in general, really just two. I just saw Kevin Logan's video on Sandman. And I was like, nope, 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 nope. This nigga really did just say, and you'll have to excuse me, I am African American, so I can say it. But this nigga really did just say the power of shoes compels men to date us. And I'm just like, I'm fucking tired of men who are, it's not all men either. Like, hashtag not all men. This is a vocal minority of people who seem to think that if they have problems, talking to women or making relationships work or whatever, that's my entire gender's fault. That's not anything to do with them. It's just the gynocracy, quote unquote. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to find some video and I'm just going to fucking go to work. But didn't have to look far, because apparently Computing Forever is a MGTOW or supports MGTOW. So we're going to watch a little bit of his video and we're going to fucking respond. All right. Oh, my poor computer. He's like 55% of him is devoting himself to this and saying, fuck this. Okay, so let's start off. I kind of accidentally started the video a little early, so I'm going to go all the way back. And let's start her up.
I've made several videos discussing the rise of the MGTOW movement.
Yeah, I'm sure you have, my nigga.
And how many men are starting to sadly distance themselves from relationships with women.
Yep, that is sad. These are some sad motherfuckers.
Basically, Western society has undergone a breakdown in gender dynamics over the past.
Here's where the shit starts to get real. All right? And by real, I mean where I start getting pissy. Okay, so there's been a gender breakdown. What the fuck does that mean? There has been no gender breakdown as far as I am concerned. What has been broken down is the roles that men and women and everyone in between that, or everyone who doesn't identify in those terms, have to follow. In the last 50 years, we've become a society that is more accepting and more tolerant. And so we say, okay, maybe you're not male or female, you don't identify by those terms, so, we'll accommodate you. And perhaps as a woman, no, your place isn't just at a kitchen stove or making babies for some asshole, but you can actually have a job and live a single life and do as you want to and have sex with whomever you like. But that's going to be a gender breakdown. Sure. Okay, yeah, whatever.
Past 50 years and become immensely gynocentric. While modern third-wave feminism...
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Gynocentric. What the fuck are you smoking? My nigga, they don't make crack cocaine that strong. You know what I'm saying? They don't fucking make methamphetamine strong enough for me to fucking believe in this shit. Okay. So this dude is up in here. Now, I'm not paying attention to the chat, so if anybody does show up, say something. Because your girl is not paying attention. I don't have any viewers. I have 4 subs. All right. So, oh my God, 2 people are watching? Hi, 2 people. What's up? Say something in the chat, boo. If you're there, let me know. What's going on with the stream health here? Why is it orange? What the fuck does orange mean? If you're experiencing minor bullshit, sorry about that, guys. Oh, it's 1 person now. Am I the person? Oh, well. Anyways, in terms of a gynocentric world, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Yes, we no longer think of women as an afterthought. That's not gynocentrism. There's no such thing as gynocentrism. There is no fucking such thing. This world is not more gynocratic. If it was, wouldn't women, wouldn't women have 90% of the world's assets, own 90% of the world's land, own 90% of the world's industries, have 90% of the world's wealth and all that other good shit? Wouldn't we be 90% of government, and wouldn't we be the entire education system and all that shit? If this is gynocentrism, then it's the shittiest one I've ever heard of. But you know what, guys? We don't have to worry about that because it's fucking not.
Is thankfully subscribed to by only a small percentage of Western women, it remains politically quite powerful. We've all seen.
Now, in case it blacked out for a second, guys, he's talking about third wave feminism. Because that first wave, everybody agrees, oh, that first wave was great. You know, we love that first wave of feminism. But that second wave came about, yeah, I guess that's okay, women's lib or whatever. That fourth wave, though, that third wave, though, oh, they got a problem with that. I don't look at feminism in waves necessarily. I divide feminism by ideology. So liberal feminists, radical feminists, Marxist feminists, environmental or eco-feminists, feminists of color. That's how I tend to look at feminism, not from the perspective of waves. Because because feminism as a principle, the idea of men and women being equal, is older than the first wave of feminism, right? It's arguable that the Quran has many canonical laws that tend to translate over into civil code, or attempt to be civil code, that are feminist, that do promote the idea that men and women are the same. For one, that women get a certain amount of property when they leave a marriage, women have the right to divorce, women, I have to check on the verses and junk like that, but so I don't like to categorize it by time. I like to categorize it by ideology. But I don't think for a fucking moment that any form of feminism is ruining our planet or ruining any fucking thing. I think that there are a lot of lonely men out there, and some lonely women, whom have their own issues and want to blame it on other people. And the idea that, well, you know, false rape accusations are, you know how many people are false rape accusate? You know how little that is? Jesus Christ. You want to talk about a minority. If 2% of all women, right, filed false rape accusations, that would still be negligible. Niggas are so wrapped up in fucking false rape, they don't give a shit what happens during real rape, I'll tell you that. But let's continue down this road, this fucking fury road I'm on. Let's do this.
In recent examples of false rape claims made by misandrist feminists and social justice warriors being taken seriously by authorities.
Yeah, because academic feminists want to spend their fucking time, people who are PhDs in gender study, yeah, they want to spend their time falsely accusing people of rape in a polity that, number one, does not deal with rape very well in terms of how we talk to victims. I mean, we only have to bring up Don Lemons. Why didn't you just bite his penis off? As one example. Number two, we happen to live in a society that not only is skeptical about whether a person was raped, but does not do a good job investigating rape. Okay? In Detroit, Michigan, there are 25 years of rape kits just sitting in an office somewhere. By this time now, many organizations have gotten together and spent money to help get these rape kits gone through and to help prosecute some of the people who are implicated by the rape kits. But for 25 years, rape kits just sat in Detroit, just unnoted, in a fucking room in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? And it was only recently, in the last 2 years, that we kind of discovered this. Again, if we lived in a gynocentric society, then why would anybody, and I mean anybody, why would a gynocentric society allow rape kits to go unfucking molested for 25 years? Excuse the pun. They wouldn't, right? But we're only 32 seconds into this video, and I'm like 9 minutes into the stream, and I'm just like, fuck this guy. But let's continue, shall we? Again, if you're in the chat, I'm really, really sorry. I have like 13 inches on the screen, and I can't see you. I can't look at the chat while looking at, well, I guess I could. Let's pop it. Ooh, I know what I can do. Let's pop this out. Yeah, pop it out, baby. Pop it out. I don't think, do I have to have this part on? Whoo, I have so many questions. Oh, guys, and remind you, if you're watching, forgive me. It's impromptu. This is my first one. I'm going to try to tighten it up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's not just going to be so fucking rambly. But you know what? Fucking tired of this bullshit. I'm going to get on the Sandman and his bullshit in a minute. But I do at least want to get through like half of this video before we do. So let's continue, ladies and gents.
These men are presumed guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, I never in my life
essential component in building
heard of a man who was guilty of a crime, presumed guilty until proven innocent. Well, I'm not saying I never have, but for God's sake, I mean, the fucking pathos here, you know what I'm saying? That just the pure, unmitigated bullshit that these people want to spew. Let's go. Let's continue on.
Building a healthy and viable civilization, far-left media outlets and commentators continue to deride masculinity as being toxic and consider all men to be potential rapists and murderers.
What media outlets do you watch? What are you like? Were you educated by the people on the island of the Wicker Man or some bullshit? Like, what the fuck are you watching? Bruh, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, hunty. Alright? I watch Democracy Now! Pretty much every day. And I have never seen them do a story about, what was it now? All men being rapists? Not all men are rapists. Listen, human beings could not survive as a species if all men were rapists. That's why men don't have a bone in their penis, all right? Humans are not apes. Well, that was you're fucking dumb. Humans are apes, but humans are not, 100% fucking instinctual. We can fucking keep it in our pants. Now, some of us rape. That happens. As a woman, if a man approaches me, yeah, I'm on my P's and Q's, and yeah, I don't want him touching me. I don't know him. And I certainly don't want a random guy coming up to me and touching me, because that's happened before. Because, if you resist, you don't know what they could fucking do. All right? But again, you're a guy, so you're not worried about it. But you know what? We can remedy this really quick. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just go find some big burly gay dudes, and I'm going to send them to your doorstep. And when they start getting a little leery with you and start trying to touch you in inappropriate ways, then you might know how I feel about it. I'm tired of these niggas. Like, I'm so sick of this shit, bruh. And I'm so sick of it that I can't think. Every time I go to think about something, it's like, but these fucking anti-feminists are out here. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it isn't your right to talk. You have every right to talk. I have every right to retort. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people on this medium, and I say this medium, I mean YouTube. There's so many people on YouTube and so many people on the internet who are like, criticism equals censorship. If you disagree with someone and you try to tear down their argument, then you're trying to censor them, right? If you want them to shut the fuck up, then you're suddenly trying to censor them. And it's like, I don't have the power to censor you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the government, and I'm not going to try to censor you. I am going to retort. And if you think that's a violation of your free speech, then you can suck all the holes that waste comes out of. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Like, if you want this to be entertaining, then you better go find Dick Kaufman. That's the only motherfucker that makes this entertaining. All right, go find the Lord. I'll go into all that, and we'll go into my Dick Kaufman obsession later. And fuck it, let's do it now. So I love me some Richard the Dick Kaufman. Let's not even get it twisted. He's the only video on my thingy for like months and months, because I mirrored that one video he did. I don't do anything for the Lord. I will never do anything for the fucking Lord. But I do happen to very much like his work. And he's very sexy, so it doesn't hurt to watch him do what he does. But this is not a stream about Dick Kaufman. I might just do that tonight. I might do the Dick Kaufman is innocent stream tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I don't give a fuck. But while that shit was going on, I had a whole lot of other shit to do, and dealing with his drama was not even pertinent. But now it's like, oh well, I'm on spring break. Maybe I will make this video, and yeah, it may have only taken me 30 minutes, but then I gotta think of shit. And you see what happens when I'm all disorganized. You know what I'm saying? And I'm black, so I'm on CP time, right? So I can be 6 months late with some drama. All right, but that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna stop talking about Dick Kaufman in 3, 2, 1. I love you, Lord. Zero. We've lost the topic, niggas. We completely lost the topic. Let's check on my shit here. Okay, is there anybody? I don't see anybody in the chat. If you want to chat, if you want to get in the chat, I don't give a shit. Get on in that chat, baby. If you listening, get on in that chat. Get on in that chat. All right. Oop, ain't nobody watching, guys. Well, you got to keep going. You can't just stop because nobody's watching. You got to keep on going. So let's keep on fucking going. Uh-oh. I'm adjusting shit. Let's adjust this a little bit. There we go.
A woman can get away with making blatantly sexist remarks against men, from decrying mansplaining, manspreading, men sitting next to children on an aircraft as being a bad thing, or using hashtags like kill all men or I bathe.
Oh God, I would bathe in this guy's blood, but I don't want to deal with that. I don't know. I don't want this up at I don't want this on HD. This nigga is just doing a JPEG video. Not doing it. Turn it down. My computer cannot handle this right now. It's gonna be real fuzzy. It's not all of us. I don't remember making a tweet under kill all men if that was even something other than satire. Like, it isn't every feminist on earth. Most feminists are fighting for basic protections for women around the world. Nobody's really trying to fight for no bullshit. Excuse me. And I'm certainly not trying to fucking get all men locked up for rape. If you're a rapist, yeah, you should get locked the fuck up. Turn the autoplay off. Come on, baby.
Male tears and experience no negative repercussions. This is all part of
what
female
do you mean?
empowerment, don't you know? Just as every man-hating Taylor Swift or Beyonce song laced with blatantly misandrous lyrics.
Whoa, brother. Oh, that was my bad, y'all. Whoa. So a breakup song is now misandrous? You gonna call Beyonce? Listen, I'm not a big Beyonce fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan. Nigga, you got what? So a lady makes a song about breaking up with a dude and she's better than that and she didn't have to put up with this shit and suddenly it's misandrous? Oh, Lord. See, and this is exactly why none of you can find anyone to have sex with. Okay? This is exactly why. Because you are seeing everything through a fucking tinge, my nigga. You are tainted and you're seeing everything through these fucking, I would say rose colored, but they're not rose colored. Through these fucking eyeglasses of fucking MGTOW, and you're losing your goddamn minds. Listen, if you have poor interpersonal skills, that's on you. If you're a shitty boyfriend, that's on you. If you think women are just objects who need to be fucked, that's on you. If you think women are evil, that's your problem, because you could never prove that every woman on this planet is evil or horrible or hates men. I don't understand how you can be a pop artist and write a song about hating men. I don't think that any of Taylor Swift's songs are about hating men, and I only like one. All right? Whatevs. I gotta go back to where this guy was fucking up. I am so tired. I am already like at the boiling point. But I got a blank space, baby. Oh, that's my shit.
Just as every man-hating Taylor Swift or Beyonce song laced with blatantly misandrous lyrics is completely acceptable, if men engage in any behavior like this, there would be outrage. We're told to listen and believe all women who make rape claims against men on...
Where is he getting this information from? Oh, some bullshit. A feminist orthodoxy. There is no rape culture in the West. That is difficult. Because one thing that we tend to do to rape victims, particularly if they're high profile, particularly if they're accusing someone who's famous of rape, and we saw this with the Bill Cosby, the women who came out against Bill Cosby, we tend to ask a question that is very disrespectful, that you wouldn't ask someone who, let's say, was in who had a traumatic experience related to war, right? We say to them, well, why didn't you do X? If something was happening to you, if you were being raped, why didn't you do X? And that's, you know, I don't know that that's a valid question. I'm not saying you have to believe someone just because they say that they were raped, although I would say that we as a society do not treat people who are raped, or who claim to be raped with such reverence, you know, that somehow it's profitable or it's advantageous to be raped or to claim that you've been raped. It's not. We don't live in that society, right? Um, but I can't believe it. I just cannot fucking believe it. And what the fuck are you smoking? You know, this isn't the way of the world. This isn't. People don't believe this, right? I'm tripping, right? Like nobody believes this. I'm just tripping. This guy's just doing this for kicks, right? I don't. I can't. I can't. Guys, like I said, if you're out there, you're getting the chat, bruh. I'm here. I'm here. But oh. Well, I'm gonna end this because at this point I'm running out of shit to say. I probably should have watched this video a little bit before I started talking. Um, but at this point, I just wanted to get out all that shit so maybe I can do a better response. It's my first, so you don't like it, too fucking bad. But I'm being informed by Google that no one can see anything, Sam. So I'm gonna go, and